Michael Saylor warns XRP holders. Ripple to zero. Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, we will talk about Michael Saylor warns XRP holders. So let's get started. Michael Saylor, on a recent episode of the PBD podcast, Patrick Bet, David podcast, as you heard, says the SEC should shut down Ripple for offering X RRP as an unregistered security. And if you're asking why, according to Saylor, Ripple owns the majority of XRP coins in escrow. This is true. Ripple owns over 60% and sells them to the general public. This has also proven to be true, as Brad Garlinghouse has admitted that in the past, Ripple has sold X RRP on the open market. And number 3, he added that Ripple does not disclose details about its XRP holdings because the company has not gone public. This last one, I do have to push back a little bit. Ripple does do quarterly, I believe, reports on what they do with their holdings. Of course, that's not held to the same standard as if they were a public company, but Ripple has disclosed some details nonetheless. In fact, just so you have all the information, even though we did just go over some of this. Here's the full clip of Michael Saylor speaking about XRP Ripples, an unregistered security. It's pretty obvious the company owns a bunch of it. They sell it to the general public, but they never took the company public. There's no disclosures. Right, so the SEX position is you're selling an unregistered security. It's a crypto token. Right, just like Ethereum is an unregistered security. It's controlled by a few people in the Ethereum Foundation and Consensus Fair. Then here's question, just like Solana. Perfect, but here's a follow-up on Michael. They're all unregistered security. Here's a follow-up on that, right? I don't own a single Ripple, just so we know. Yeah, so full disclaimer, I'm not a Ripple guy, but if both of them aren't registered, why target Ripple and not target Ethereum the way he's targeting? And by the way, this is coming from a guy that owns Ethereum, not Ripple. Yet, I think the best thing for the world would be if the SEC pretty much shut down all of it. It's all unethical, right? I mean, the Bitcoin position would be, Bitcoin is an ethical commodity. All of these other altcoins, unregistered securities, they're all just equity tokens issued by a company in order to get around going public. And they're committing securities. Ethereum included, of course, especially Ethereum. And specifically, why does Michael Saylor say that isn't Ethereum the most decentralized? Next, Bitcoin. If you had to pick a number 2, wouldn't ETH be the second most decentralized? What's the second best? There is no second best. Well, the issue is Ethereum's staking contract as well as the foundation behind it. According to Michael Saylor data from the crypto analytics platform, doing analysis shows that investors have sent over 15 million Ethereum, almost 20 billion to the ETH 2.0 staking. And in a direct quote from Saylor, he says, if a bank took 20 billion of your assets, froze the window and said you can't have your money back ever, maybe in 2024, but we're not sure. We may give you interest on it. We may take it all. We may slash it. That's the definition of a security, right? It's an investment of money in a common enterprise, relying upon the efforts of others with an expectation of profit. In fact, here is Michael Saylor speaking about Ethereum in full, even though I did just share with you one part of it. If a bank took 20 billion of your assets, froze the window and said you can't have your money back ever, it may be in the year 2024. We're not sure. We're just gonna keep it. We may actually give you interest on it. We may take it all. We may slash it. That's the definition of a security, right? It's an investment of money and a common enterprise, relying upon the efforts of others and expectation of profit. It's not a commodity anymore. The fact is, Ripple's got a company. Ethereum's got a company. Ethereum Foundation has engineers. You are literally waiting on the engineers that work for the Ethereum Foundation to write the code to give you your money back. And then you're also waiting to find out what the monetary policy will be. It's always changing. Why this is significant? Because let's remember, in one respect, Michael Saylor is just some guy. He's not the regulators. He does not represent what they're actively thinking. But why this matters to you is that Michael Saylor does represent, in many respects, the Wall Street institutional mindset right now. Huge uncertainty, post-FTX collapse. And these are the conversations happening right now behind closed doors about crypto. So what's the solution in Michael Saylor's size? These companies, after all, are not going away. These blockchain eat blockchain. Even if they are banned in America, they are global. Well, here's what Michael Saylor believes should be the solution. You know, that the regulators ought to just be very, very clear. If you were very clear, you'd say, look, you've got like 180 days in order to register your token with the SEC, and you register and give us all, fill out these forms, give us all these facts. And at the end of the 180 days, if you haven't actually registered, you're shut down and nobody can buy and sell and trade this thing anywhere in the world. That would actually clean up the industry. That is where that clip cuts off. And I will link the full podcast of Michael Saylor link down below. Check it out. But in my opinion, something like that 180-day registry period, maybe not to that degree, but something like that will happen for companies in the US. But it'll just be interesting to see which companies choose to accept that and which companies just move offshore. For me, I think a good solution in all this would some clear-cut metrics to decide if the blockchain is truly decentralized, which blockchain are truly decentralized. Because if you're truly decentralized, then no, you shouldn't have to register like this, nor would you be able to if you're a truly decentralized blockchain. For example, Bitcoin is decentralized in 3 ways. With the developer community, that's global. With the miners, that's global. Although that's the argument, you could say the mining does have pockets of centralization with these mining pools. I get that. But Bitcoin is also decentralized with the nodes, with the people. If you can prove you're a global decentralized commodity like blockchain, then the SEC has no ground to. The disgraced founder and former CEO of FTX says that he had hired Cohen in a live Twitter Spaces. And when asked how he would pay for this in a live session, he replied, he didn't know in terms of paying illegal fees. I'm still working that out. I'm not sure if I will be able to pay all the legal fees now, in my opinion. Bankrupt crypto lender Celsius to release $2.8 million in bonuses to prevent staff poaching. So I guess Celsius is still a company. They still have employees and they don't want those employees to get poached. Now, approximately 170 Celsius employees remain compared to the around 375 number of employees at the beginning of the Chapter 11 procedures. Use Altcoin Daily, the code Altcoin Daily for 10% off, and like always, see you tomorrow. So this was our today's video. I hope you all liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. And also share it with your friends and family. We will be back soon with a new video. Till then, keep supporting and take care.